Hello everyone and welcome on in to Blue Ring Rumble number 6. I am DJam and I'm joined today with Amy. How you going today?
Hi. We're doing good. Are we enjoying our Easter weekend? Nothing like a little bit of comp on an Easter weekend, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what you get. You know, tomorrow you go hunt out, collect the Easter bunnies collections, and today you get to battle against everyone. You get the pre-battle. So this is the pre-fight before you collect the Easter eggs, and tomorrow you fight in real life.
This is the warm-up.
Yeah, this is
warm-up for elbowing your sibling or you know, someone for your eggs.
Exactly. And you know, what better way to start today's match on than Humpback Pumptrack Rainmaker?
Yeah, Humpback, sorry, my monitor doing weird things. Humpback Pumptrack's, you know, classic comp map. Not my favorite to start with, but I mean, it'll test the teams, right? I think it'll give us a good show on what we're going to be expecting for this best of 5 in our Robin rounds. And who are our 2 teams tonight? For our first game?
We have Never Back Down, Never Give Up against... It's the double chunk chocolate cookie. Both teams have such easy names to pronounce for us today.
Yeah, and as we get into this match, they're quite similar comps. You know, you got 2 shooters, a couple buckets.
We got a
Unfortunately,
DC.
we've had our first Aussie DC of the night.
Oh, what a way!
Wouldn't it be Australia?
What a way to start off, right?
Wouldn't it be Australia about this?
No, not
yeah, dude.
at all.
Listen, I've been coping with my DCs recently, but
Can you really cope with them?
Come out and force.
Honestly, teach me the coping mechanism for dealing with disconnects, because I have not learned the coping mechanism yet.
I just go, all right, that's fine, smile, and just move on. 9 times out of 10, it's my own fault. I disconnect because my Ethernet box is right underneath my feet, and I'll sometimes kick it and it'll unplug. So, you know, user error on that front, but I don't know, when it's not your fault, you just go, well, things happen, you know? Sometimes they just get balked.
I've also just realized I have not been told what team is what. So I'm hoping I've got it set correctly. But can someone please tell me if these are the wrong way around? Because I have no rosters on these teams.
Never Back Down is got P leader in it.
Never Back Down has P leader in it. Okay, that is something to note. And I'll look. Who is? Do I have it right? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Okay, you push buttons, and then you can tell them all about this match.
Yeah, so the match we're currently looking at, obviously same comp again, you know, DC rules, they have to play the same comp. Interesting, you know, both teams pulling out cooler here. We know the cooler meta is in force still to this current comp day. I do like seeing it, but Never Back Down is struggling with only their sniper in play at the moment. Almost a free check there for cookie double chocolate cookie. Names. Why do Splatoon people have crackers names? I can't.
Because it wouldn't be Splatoon without it.
But you know, Never Back Down aren't backing down. They've managed to break through that first check. All they need to do is secure that pop. They've got their vacuum in full force, and there are other specials coming out, trying to pick off a couple of players so they can advance forward. They're holding mid comfortably, and you know, Double Cookie are looking for that reset for the Rainmaker.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just had Double Chocolate Cookie. It just had such a great hold over that checkpoint, not allowing Never Back Down, Never What to get through that at all. But now, going 3 players down, Never Back Down, Never What really do epitomize what their name is. They're going ready to go again with the aggression, but the Trosher right up in the face stops any form of push happening there. The Rainmaker only going a few feet from the starting position.
Yeah, it's pretty even match we're seeing here. I know, like, Humpback is classically a tri-slasher map. Those humps just it gives you that elevation you need to either get the full off damage and, you know, find that sneaky pick you need somewhere. And hopefully we'll see Cookie move through this check, but the tri-strikes are coming out, forcing that Rainmaker kind of stuck in that corner. They're looking to get up, but they're just
you're just
they're not
trapped.
sure what to do.
They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Luckily, managing to take out Proto there, and Stranger heads up to the checkpoint, and now they've cleared it, setting the score almost even. But if they want to take the lead, they just need to grab it and get a little bit further. Mass over here trying to make some headwaves. They're trying to get their position a bit more forward, but with the ink back eyeing off that Rainmaker, and Proto getting up and pushed forward. That's going to not allow Double Chocolate Cookie to get any further with that Rainmaker, as Mulchfan takes them out.
Getting through that corner is, you know, the hardest part of this map. Once you can kind of get through, it's a little bit stally. And there has been another DC, but it is past the 230 mark, which means, unfortunately for Never Back Down, they're going to have to continue playing here. Which gives quite a good advantage to Cookie to getting through that corner, already passing through and going for that Rainmaker check. Can they secure it? Never Back Down is able to stop that, but they're not backing down even with a player down.
Nope, they certainly didn't back down to try and stop them, but, you know, you just can't beat out the Cookie. Cookie will devour. We are the Cookie monsters as they take home game numero uno.
They're not crumbling for this match. It was really unfortunate for Never Back Down there, losing a player, unfortunately. You know, they had really key moments of controlling that that mid area. And it was very kind of tug of war, back and forth, but with that player down, it was just, they were just unable to secure you know, the manpower to just stop them all.
Also, I just need to quickly verify something. Did someone in chat call me a boomer? 'Cause I'm sorry. I am nowhere near that age. If you think I am that age, I should be playing in Nine's tournament. I am not eligible for that. So take that back. Resign that right there.
He's just being a little cheeky.
I see the cheekiness. I feel it in my soul.
Hey, listen, they're not playing this tournament, but they're ready to throw a couple arms here in preparation for
I am not 98, Lily. Take that on back.
Guys, I've actually just gotten feedback here. It seems that DJ Jam is actually using a voice mod to make him sound younger than he is. Can we get some verification on this? I'm getting word in here.
Verification from myself? No! I can deny that as much as I like, because I can get my birth certificate out right now. I can get I have my passport in arm's reach.
Guys, live doxing of DJ Jam?
Yeah, I'm not doing that on stream, obviously. I'm not an idiot.
I don't know, a young person would say that, but I feel like you're hiding some things here. I want to say D-Jam, but then I'm like,
it's
DJ.
D-Jam. No, it's D-Jam.
D-Jam.
Yeah,
D-Jam.
That is the name.
It sounds like when you're going over a speed bump. You're like, oh, D-Jam, you know?
Yeah, I'm the speed bump.
You're the speed bump?
Yeah.
Because you're never backing down, never giving up.
Exactly.
Oh, anyway, we're our next map. Let's move on from
the next map is something I personally like. Ramen is one of my favorite foods, and unfortunately, while I can't buy it here at Robo Ramen, we can certainly see what these two teams like to assert dominance here with splat zones. Amy, what do you think are like the real key strategies going into this game?
Let me think here. I think from a junior perspective, so I gotta take that out and then think of other people's perspective. I mean, they're both running snipers, so that's gonna provide kind of coverage, but like the flanking opportunities are really good in this map. So keeping your ramps under control is really important, making sure you're just, you know, opening the map, taking a quick glance as it paints the enemy's color, you know. You gotta protect your backlines here. And I think moving up is also really key. If you can get into there just before the grates come across the bridge,
Yeah,
and holding that space there, you're key to running down that zone timer.
yeah, chargers and stringers really have such a have really good sniping positions, but it's also really easy to get, you know, a triple ink strike or a Zuka to just shoot down any snipe positions, particularly on this map. So, you know, Zuka meta in full force at the moment, followed closely by triple ink strike. So definitely going to see those specials come out as we go straight into game number 2.
Let's see it. Let's see what our teams are running here.
Well, the gal
Ooh,
coming
as
out.
well.
I am
Double pencil on both teams. Similar comps for both. You know, minus the gal. Never back down. Running cooler. Well, I mean double cooler E-leader. Sorry, getting mixed up. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Nah, you
already with Bazooka coming through it. Well. Trying to get those snipers out of position. But again, these ramps are key here. You've got Swagger on the left there, on the right, sorry. You know, challenging that zap. No cooler for them now. And it's just Proto on the front trying to defend.
Already, these two teams, they're 1 point apart. They are just fighting desperately to take control of this zone. And Spec trying just to push out that pencil there, but now Mulchfan takes over their position as the gal, but Spec comes on in with the ninja, trying to get some splats, does get the assist there, but that will be the end of their ninja there, and that is going to allow them, though, to easily take home that lead and try and push up a little bit further, perhaps.
Yeah, well, the good thing with Spec there was that they distracted the pencil enough for them to feel threatened to move all the way back into their, you know, second snipe position, and even with the other member trying to sweep up there, having that zipcaster was just really useful in trying to split up the team and let the rest of their players come forward and take zone.
Yeah, but
we are seeing them push back here and back again.
Yeah, never back down. They don't give up, even if all hope seems lost. The lead has been taken back by Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie, but as I say that, goes straight into neutral caster's curse right there and then, but they hold the zone. They maintain control as Stranger takes home 2 players and
down.
3 are back in the spawn pack. That's giving Double Chunk Chocolate a lot of opportunity here with only 30 points left. Last-ditch effort in full force.
Yeah, Never Back Down really needs to capitalize off their specials here. That Zuka coming out to try and find a pick, but unable to. You know, they've only got the cooler up. They haven't got much left to really be, like, displace players, but the tri-strikes are back trying to keep that zone in Chocolate Cookies, and we see it work out perfectly for them. I think Never Back Down had a little bit of a weaker comp there special-wise. Like, they only really had the Zuka to push players away. Otherwise, a lot of it was a bit passive. I mean, relying on the Zipcaster to push the backlines out. Having cooler meta, I mean, if they were forward, popping cooler, maybe being able to hold the zone there, but, you know, Cookie just had a lot more special that could take back zone, paint zone, you know, push the leader out, etc. So, I think that was a good decision on Cookie's side.
Yeah.
And this next game, they'll take the win if they're able to secure Tower Inkblot. Another great map combo.
Okay. I won't deny that it's good in terms of comp, but
yeah,
I have a personal vendetta against this map just because of how it has never disappeared. I think the room's getting remade. I'm getting confused because that just got quit. Hopefully they know it's a best of 5. Cross, I'm gonna be in for a shock. But you know, Inkblot Art Academy. I have never not seen this map in a competitive tournament, and that is honestly...
Yeah, because it's great. It's wonderful. It's a great tower map. Just because it's oversaturated, like, I enjoy bananas. Not gonna stop eating bananas because, you know, I've ate 6 of them. Hello? I'm gonna keep eating bananas. Alright? Same with Inkblot. tower control. I love it. It's great. I have great memories from S2 comp with this map. You know, the double missile.
You have great memories from double missile.
Scowl.
I'm sorry. To me,
we cheese
that
this
is
map so hard.
To me, that is more of a nightmare than fond memories.
Yeah, if you're on the other side, but we were winning that map. This was our confident counter pick option. Inkblot, Inkblot tower. Piece de resistance. So good. I love it. It's got bats, it's got flanks, you can jump up to the little block, like, I think some of the checks are a little bit iffy. I do not like the check around mushroom or tree, whatever you want to call it. I call it mushroom. I think that can get a little bit clustered, but, you know, if you know how to play the map, you take bats, you have a player jump up and block as a distraction. It's a great map. Like, it's just got so many options, in my opinion.
Yeah. Look,
I just think you need a couple of wins. It's fine. We'll get into opens, Inkblot rotation, Inkblot tower rotation. We'll get you some W's and you'll be a fan, trust.
Okay, I'm not denying its competitive viability. That I am not doubting. What I doubt is just a lovely thing called variety. I am one.
My instinct response to this wants to be skill issue. But
1v1 me. Oh.
No. I'm a junior.
That's the route we're taking. That's the route we're taking. Okay. I see how it is.
You sound like you want variety because you keep losing on Inkblot Tower. That's just my opinion. You can't say the V word in front of Amy. Yeah, I do not like variety. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. I like consistency. I like schedules. I like knowing the route I'm going to take. And tower control provides all of that, especially Inkblot.
Tower control is the mode I dislike the most because it has no variety.
Oh, here we go. Here's the information, everyone. DJ Jam just doesn't like tower control.
Although it is my best
never
mode
about
in ranked,
Inkblot.
which I don't get. But here we are.
Anyway.
Back again. Well, not back again. Well, we are back again because you see it every tournament. But here we go. The game has set afoot. And what do we have here?
Ooh, pencil coming out from Cookie. I like it. The Nouveau slosher as well. I call it slosher. Machine. My bad. NZAP and shot. I like it. Interesting Dapple pick. I guess crab on tower is always good. Yeah, no, I think these are both good kind of sets. It'll be interesting to see how it's performed.
Swagger.
That Swagger is going in. He's Leroy Jenkins at tower like no tomorrow.
Oh!
Camping it as well. Ooh.
Getting that pick as well. Very clean coming out on that try. Zuka. Now Swagger's going to hop onto that tower, take over the position, try and get that a bit forward, maybe get some more damage coming in with the machine. But with so much coming at them, they wisely opt to do a little bit of a mini retreat, decide to regain their forces, move back, but now they don't give up. But a Zuka to the face, that is how you make someone give up on their will to live.
They definitely answered that call of that machine, yeah. And, you know, Double Choc Cookie are forced to kind of retreat back here. It'll be interesting. It's important. I think people kind of forget with tower, you need to be able to juggle it. If you see kind of a threat in front of you, just hop off. I mean, the tower's gonna chill in its position. It's better just try and stay alive, regain a position, and then push as a whole rather than just committing. Unless it is crab leg, you want to be trying your best just to get that first check, because then it's sweet riding from there. But with Inkblot, like you can kind of teeter around that first check. I think it's not too important.
Yeah, it's first checkpoint, but it certainly is a lot of once you get past that first checkpoint, that's when it really starts to happen. So you've really got to get that lockdown. And as we're seeing now, Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie, they're looking to clear the first checkpoint, but Minty gets splatted on the tower with a single point remaining. Is Stranger going to be able to clear that? Yes, they clear through the checkpoint, and that is really what's going to allow them to make a humongous push potentially later in this game. They're just setting themselves up for success later. But Stranger, with the Charger is trying to find other members, sees Proto, takes them out. Can they spy on anyone else and send them back into the coffee machine? I don't know if they'll be able to do that just yet.
Nah, it doesn't look like it, but, you know, Cookie is just maintaining mid here really, really well. I haven't been able to see any of Never Back Down's members in mid yet. They're not wasting, but they're having to use all their resources on just preventing this push from the Cookie guys. So when they kind of do get back into mid, they don't really have as much to keep going. But in saying that, they bring out the cooler. They do have Crab online. But 2 members down, it's kind of looking like it's swinging back into Cookie's domain again. It's really important this Dooley stays in life because they need that Crab to get back in.
They absolutely do, but Minty goes down just as they pop out that tactical, and 3 members also go down on the side of Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie as Never Back Down is looking at making their first push of the game. 1:30 left on the match. They take the lead.
And they do, but they get wiped out. They were making such good positions up into their base too. You know, it's really important when you're starting to get into those close combat kind of areas with that 2nd and 3rd check. You need to be in their bats. You need to be in front of the checks because otherwise you're just going to get smushed all together. And, you know, they've got tri-strikes. They can easily just completely wipe out a team there.
Oh, absolutely. And Spec sees the player over there. They get the assist to connect that splat. They have Azuka at the ready. They're looking to try and see if they can see any of the members of Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie just on their own, in a bit of a danger spot there, but Mass sees them. It's a Trizuka 1v1. Is anyone going to come out victorious on this? No, they are. No Trizuka splats are going to happen on either side as 45 seconds remain on the clock. It's both teams' final opportunity to get a push here. Only 3 points separate themselves from being in the lead and being from the ones who aren't going to progress on as Proto takes out a member with their Trizuka, and with a few more seconds left on the clock, it's do or die now.
Yeah, look, Cookie, they need to be starting a push here. Never Back Down has the entirety of mid. They need to be moving in now before they're not going to be able to start a push. They're trying desperately, but with Proto taking that sneaky little box, I love it. They're able to take on a couple of members, and so it's up to Minty. Now it's just the Charger up, and Mass is desperately trying to look for some way into the tower, but unfortunately, the strikes are a little bit too late, and the pressure from Never Back Down was too strong. So we'll be moving on to a game 4.
Indeed, we will. Proto really being the MVP of the last 30 seconds there, making sure that Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie couldn't get back into mid, making sure they couldn't take a step back on to the tower, and really making sure that we are not ending this set here. We are pushing this as far as we can. We can make it to game number 5. But as we go back onto Museum Clams, quite a you know, in terms of the mode, it's it's the complete opposite of Tower Control, but in terms of the map, it's almost the map that's the most similar to Inkblot.
Yeah, I definitely think, well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely the most similar. I mean, you've got your kind of up areas. I guess the spinners add a little bit of diversity here between the two. Having kind of like a little bit more of a central focus rather than with Inkblot, you kind of have your 2 stacks left and right, apart from zones, of course. But with Clams, I mean, as I always say, Clams is just turf war with an objective. You want to have as much paint as you can, much flexibility to move around the map. It's really, in my opinion, the key control factor for getting the win here.
Yeah, you know.
And I mean, both teams, I mean, I think it was Never Back Down's running that zap, which will be able to provide that coverage of that paint for their other teammates, whereas Chocolate Cookie are kind of relying on their shot player a lot to paint. I think I'm getting that right.
Yeah.
They've got both long names. They're so confusing.
Yeah, Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie definitely relying a bit more on their aggression, while Never Back Down, Never Want. They're playing the more passive game. They're looking at the bigger picture, trying to maintain control for a longer period of time. Rather, yeah, Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie, you know, constantly bringing out the aggressive weapons, the aggressive play styles. And that's really led to their favorite first two games. But tower control, that went over to Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie. But here we go. Yeah. Clams, who will take it home?
Let's see what happens. Is there going to be... This is the classic map to do crack and cheese. I wonder if someone's going to bring in 96. Yeah,
there it is.
Echo. Yeah, Never Back Down's gotta be on the ball with this crack and cheese. You can defend against it. You just have to be paying attention to the map. And we can already see like 3 players of Chocolate Cookie going for that ramp, whereas Never Back Down's kind of taking their time to paint the map, kind of gain some specials. They're, you know, Cookie's already down 2 players, and then the Zuka coming out to try and force them a little bit further back. This could be... Ooh, nice pick from Stranger there, but followed up with Spec, and the teams are just rotating through players here.
And it was just a bloodbath in that corner of the map there. Just so many splats, so many lives lost to the bath. But now, Never Back Down. They're looking at getting the first push. Proto here has the power clamp, but the Kraken is right on their tail. Makes them drop down from the plat, which actually... kind of saved Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie there, as that's allowed them to regain control of their plat.
Yeah, they were definitely forced out of that push there, but they're not giving up on that push, but with the Zuka coming out, and they can follow that with a crab and allow Proto to push in. All they need to do is get their Dapples, the Dualies on the stage. But as we said before, Cookie Crumble, the aggression, they just dive in. They can get those picks they're looking for to just hold Elf on the push, and they're already diving back into mid. Mass is absolutely causing carnage and onto their plat, but Spec's only up there to defend.
Yeah, Mass just going hard so fast, so quickly. Like, as soon as they had a little bit of momentum, they went and pushed all the way up to the enemy's ramp, taking home so much space there. Really showing how aggressive that team can be.
We can also see them kind of splitting their pushes here. One's going up that box on the left. Kraken's coming out.
Well, that's definitely that's definitely a different crack and cheese. Have the power clam come in before the Kraken, but hey, it worked. But the clam, power clam swagger, can they get it? Can they get it? No!
They gassed it close too quickly. They pulled him. Oh no!
Stopped just shy.
You gotta be close enough to throw that clam, and when the stress is coming, you've got 3 members in front of you of the enemy team. You are always gonna fumble. I speak from experience. But it's very, you know, Cookie Crumble's lost their position in mid now. It was a great push down to 77. They've got just under halfway of time here. With 2 members down, I think this is gonna switch back to Cookie once again. Really, I like the pick with the range here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of Lead Shark here is really valuable, I think, to the players.
Just being able to constantly provide that little bit of extra chip damage and even get those splats so they got that double earlier. And now Mass has that power clam. The Kraken is out. They're looking, they're backing off, they're getting ready for the Kraken. Here comes the jump, and here comes the pop. Yes, it is, but is there going to be anything else to follow up? Yes, they are. They're going to get those clams. Keep on coming. 2 players are down on Never Back Down, Never What, as Clabs are just coming on into the basket. P-Leader pulls out the crab, trying to push away any members of the Cookies, but the Clams, they're just coming in. Stranger on the top.
Holding up that corner.
The swagger there makes a few or 2 more clams until the game is theirs, but that will be the end of the push.
Never Back Down is able to... Yeah, they're able to regain control there. I mean, Cookie Crumble, oh my god, Cookie Crumble, Chocolate Cookie were able to pull out a nice tactical while they were doing their push. So they're able to instantly come back if they were, you know, splatted or needed to back away quite quickly. Wasn't too bad. And the whole group's grouped up, no! And they don't manage to make the jump, but taking out one of those players, key. But what have we seen here? A sneaky Never Back Down.
The pencil? The pencil, I'm sorry?
Yeah. They just pushed 2 power clams in here, and it looks like that will be the end of their push there. But that was a crazy little flank there from that pencil. Yeah, they saw the opportunity and they took it.
You know, there are a lot of weapons I would expect on Never Back Down's team to make a flank. They have a shot, they have Julies, they have a Stamper, all of them great flanking weapons. The pencil? I'm sorry, no, that's not what I expected.
The person you least expect. Well, they did the little sneaky. They didn't have a full power clam made up, and they were able to, you know, find the clams they needed on the way, and then you can do the little fun trick where you throw a clam up and then don't make a power clam, so they're not alerted. And that's what I think that's what happened with the pencil. They passed clams enough to be able to. But can never back down, get this final overtime push. They're seeking, they're looking. The Zuko probably needs to come out for them to be able to get anything in.
The basket is broken, but they need to get another 56 points on in. 3 players are down on the cookies. This could really be an opportunity, especially with that pencil just stalling the basket to try and get their members back and pushing back the members of Double Chunk. The clams are coming on in, but can they find enough in time? I don't think they are. P-Leader coming up again, but that is going to be a wipeout, and that is going to be the set, going to Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie.
Yeah, that was a great gameplay. That last little score from Never Back Down was really good. I think the only critique I would have made is Proto should have probably dropped the power clam and activated Hizuka, because that would have provided a lot of pressure to Chocolate Cookie and given his team a little bit more of an opening to score. But to just get the power clam in anyway under the pressure, because by that time you're starting to panic. You know you need to get a score happening. You know, Chocolate Cookie did a really good job, you know, not letting the panic set in of the score basket being open, and just because they were 3 players down then, like that can tumble really quickly. But they did a good job, you know, found the picks, got the Kraken out. Yeah, secured the bag. Let's go.
Absolutely. Like there was a moment of opportunity there, but while they did so many things right, Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie really took the nail home and really got that last game right into their favor. They're not really allowing many opportunities for Never Back Down, never give up to push through, but they still have potentially another opportunity if they can get the next game in the round robin, depending how the rest of the sets go. But they're gonna have to hope and beg on pure life, as they're all gonna need to see with the next game, or whatever game they're not playing in. You have to wait till the end to see who's going to take this home. But while we get that set up, we're going to go on a little bit of a... Yeah, we're going to go on a little bit of a mini break. So don't go anywhere. You're watching...
If you go somewhere, I'll find out.
Oh, that sounds like... Oh, maybe Amy's going to go try and
DJs.
Oh boy, I should hide it now. What I can hide is my voice. We'll be back in a second. Hello everyone and welcome on back to Blue Ring Rumble number 6.
Rumble!
It's time for round numero 2. And we have Noob intersection
Numero dos.
against Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie. I'm starting off.
Yeah, we're seeing our winners of our last round come back. Can they take on Noob Intersection? We've got a funky map list here for you guys. Zones Mahi, Tower Haggle, Clam, Crab Leg, Rainmaker Museum, and Zones Airport. I don't know the new map name. I've played on the new map like twice. Marlin. Interesting map selection, a little bit of a dark timeline compared to our previous rounds, but as we go into Mahi zones, what do you think we're going to see here, Dejam?
Well, you know, it's quite of a clustered map, but, you know, since the patch it has become a bit better to play on, but it's still zones, it's still my second most disliked mode, and we're going straight on into it.
Yeah, you know, no re-slider cheese here. Surprise, surprise. You know, Mahi's great if you're stacking on some re-slider cheese, but maybe not always the best option. We do see Chocolate Cookie already being forced back into the plap and Noob taking on that, onto that zone and pulling out a cooler, which is going to give them great advantage for holding this area.
Absolutely. Swagger just pushing off there, making sure they can get their tri-strikes in to maintain control of the zone, get their lead going even further, but Allegro making sure to rush up their opponents, taking Swagger on out, but Mass is going to take them back in retaliation. Pulls out the Trizuga. Can they get the picks though? They know Yaga's there, but can they get the direct parabolas to knock the shots? And no, they cannot, as Yaga then pulls out their own crab. They're not going to be able to find any picks there. Are going to make a little bit of space for them, but they dodge roll into the bath and take a bit of a swim there as Swagger takes another splat into their name, taking the zone back on into their control, allowing them now to take care of that 20-point penalty.
Yeah, very flippy floppy zone here we're seeing. Both teams, you know, fighting so hard to keep it maintained. It's really a case of the specials here. Being able to force the players back, and Maz going down to Noob's try Zuko there, and flipping once again. You know, the penalties are back. They're quite close in scores. It'll be important, like for Mahi, you really need to kind of push up into their corners and try and keep them as much as you can off that zone, because in that first half of the game there's just no space, and going down, Noob only has one player up, and this is going to flip back to Chocolate Cookie.
Indeed, they are going to take control of the zone, and now, getting the torpedo splat onto Yaga now, and getting up and personal with that ink jet, getting one, getting two. Can they get a third? No, they cannot. Get shot down by the shot there, and now Neko looking at trying to get the splats, looking at trying to do some damage that tries to not going to find anything there though. They felt the shot and they're trying to find the opponent, but they get them before as the Rapid Minty takes them out, but Allegra on the brush takes them even out.
Entering that cool.
I know, you can't approach me.
Do not come up on our plats. What were you even thinking? But Cookie doing a great job here holding. It kind of feels like Noob was feeding there. They had to, because they needed to try and put that zone in neutral for them to gain some space. And our first round going to Cookie there. Interesting kind of thing, the Rapid going up onto their plat. I mean, I guess my thing is kind of like ledge shark, because, you know, it's a Rapid Pro. You can easily reach up onto their top plat there. With no kind of qualms or worries, and easily divert back to the zone if your team needs help. But yeah, it was a great play from Cookie there.
Yeah,
I wonder if the brush kind of suffered on that map, because they really needed that more, like as soon as they had some more space to kind of move around, and they could have probably provided flanks a little bit better. But because that zone was pretty much for the, like they were sitting around 50-60 the entire game, right into the last kind of minute or so of gameplay there, they weren't able to effectively kind of do what brushes do, which is scamper around, skirmish around, try and distract some teammates. They were just kind of stuck going head forward.
Yeah, they just keep on going. They keep on committing. And, you know, we saw how well Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie is at the aggression in the last set. And they're starting off strong here, especially Mahi. Such a really good map if you can nail down that aggression. And seeing that straight up on game 1, Noob intersection, they felt that in their soul. And now you gotta
remember.
Yeah,
Chocolate Cookie, they're coming from a round win, whereas Nubek's intersection, this is their first game of the tourney. So there's a little bit of kind of imbalance in kind of maybe they're warmed up. I think the momentum of keeping going is really important in comp. So could be a little bit of that action happening.
Absolutely, but now we shift over to Hagglefish Market, a lot more longer, has a lot more space, and maybe Noob intersection can make something happen with just the amount of corners and intersections that do appear on this map.
Yeah, definitely. Quite similar comps. We are seeing that rapid, the blaster come through again, going down. Cookies are looking a little bit vulnerable here. That pencil trying to find some pick. The flank coming from Yaga there. Can he secure two? Unable to, but getting rid of that pencil, you know. Now, Cookie are left with kind of just their frontliners to defend that second check. They've already passed first check. They're zooming through.
Yeah, and, you know...
That is the thing with Haggle.
Honestly, whenever you take out a pencil, you're not just taking out the pencil itself. You're putting a delay on the entire whole team because you're taking away potentially their tactical respawns as well. So it's so much more valuable when you take away any player who has that tactical or special because you're also putting a whole delay on the team's respawns.
Yeah, but even with that push to 43, Cookie here are answering straight back. Like, once you can get past first and second check, you're kind of in the home stretch. All you have to do is get by that right corner. And the strikes coming out, trying to delay that as much as they can from Cookie being able to pass that second check here. With one player down on each side, it's looking like they're holding pretty well here.
Absolutely, and with 2 players down on Noob intersection, that's going to really allow Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie to push forward even further and take home the lead now. Now, they are on in to checkpoint number 2. But can they clear it? So much special on the tower. No one there. The only 2 players down. But are they going to clear it? Yes, they are. Clear it with just a hair's breadth to their lifespan remaining as they go on back into their spawn pad. And Kase hops on to the tower, looking at maybe trying to take some control, looking at trying to maintain, and now they're going on the counter push.
Yeah, Case is doing a good job there, managing to pick the rapid off the canopy there. Strikes coming out, double strikes from both teams.
Strikes of every color. No matter what team you're on, that was Hell's Kitchen right there. As Allegro now with the brush, looking at maybe to push forward, maybe to get a little bit of damage, but being that open in the middle of mid is not a great position, so they've opted to go around to the side, maybe be a little bit sneaky, wait for someone to fall on into that trap. Is Mass in there? Can they get it? No splats are to be found there, however, as they get pushed on back, but Mass going for the counter flank, and the 1v1 between them goes into an absolute stale neutral.
Yeah, we're seeing Cookie Crunch try their test at a second push here. Lots of players going around, lots of specials coming out. I see a Inkjet coming out there as well, trying to look for some picks there. Cookie is 1 down. The pencil doing a good fit. Oh, almost a good job at defending that landing point there, but seems it's thrown back into kind of neutral game here with playing on those sides there, and Noob intersection finding their ground once again.
Yeah, Allegro gets that assist on to one of the members. Now they're looking at maybe to try and push forward. Now that mid is covered in their favor, Mass just has the range that a shot can beat out an Inkjet, but you don't have more range than a sniper, mate. They go on down, and now Minty with the Gal holding down mid, holding the line, trying to make sure no one comes through. Avoids that bomb by some miracle of fate, and a trade between the two players there.
Yeah. I mean, it's really up to Noob intersection. They've only got 40 seconds left. They've got 13 points to kind of push forward, more forward. And, Swagger narrowly dodging that bomb there and throwing out those strikes, which might be key here to stopping that push from Noob intersection. But they're still holding strong, but they haven't got any ink to kind of retreat back into. And there's dualies here, unable to try and find a spot. And they're desperately jumping in. I think they're getting quite panicked here. There's 15 seconds. They got to reach the tower. Yellow cookie crumble is all on it. Chocolate cookie. Oh my goodness. Chocolate cookie's all on it. And this might be their win coming home unless Noob intersection can find some ground. But unfortunately, they weren't able to.
Yeah, 3 players down at the end certainly is going to make it tricky for anyone, no matter if you're the #1 player in the world, to make a push there, as Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie takes home game number 2 of the set.
Yeah, good on them. Yeah, Noob intersection, just like at the end, you could feel that like everyone just jumping to try and get that tower. Last 15 seconds, you need to get it working. But I think there's also the pressure of the 40 seconds. They weren't able to juggle that tower as efficiently because they were so stressed about the time and trying to clear points. So if you looked behind them, there wasn't any purple ink for them to retreat in. They were just kind of smushed, and that leads to you not having the advantage to be able to kind of move around freely and take picks and reestablish a push. But that's just a time crunch thing, unfortunately.
Indeed.
But our next game, crab leg clams. Could this be Cookie's win? What do you think?
Well, it certainly could be. The pressure is on them. If they win this game, they actually win the whole tournament, because this is only 3 rounds of round robin, and then that is it. So if they take home any more games, they win the whole...
Yeah.
They win Blue Rumble. Like, the next set is just going to be finding out who comes second, who comes third.
Deciding our placements. But, Chocolate Cookie, I think this map could potentially be to their advantage, if they can find the aggression, find the picks, get their pushes together. We saw in Museum Clams in the previous round how good they were at kind of defending and moving in, even with wiped out status. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm interested to see if Noob intersection is going to switch anything up. Are they going to continue with the brush? Are they going to change weapons? Are they going to rethink their strategy? Who knows? Case normally plays, E-liter pencils, so I think they're going to probably stick with that. I think they need some more cooler output. If they can get some coolers happening, they can keep their brush skirmishing, they can keep their brush moving, distracting players, and the other 2 teammates, the frontliners, just need to capitalize on that brush, doing flanky things,
I could see 2 camps for the brush. It's really great because of the grates, right? Brushes are absolutely beasts at moving across that because, no one can run faster than a brush. But Crab Leg is so open of a map that it's almost not worth bringing it out.
Yeah, well, let's see what our teams are pulling out for us here in game 3. This could be Cookie's win. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely.
And the brush is coming out. Well, Addict, I forgot. It's the 3K OCE brush player. Did you know that? Little fun fact.
I did not know
So they have the skills. They have the skills to be able to do this. We just need to see their teammates capitalize on that. The tent coming out as well. Interesting indeed. That Octashot and Pencil got to paint a lot for those 2 teammates. Give them coverage, give them areas to kind of sweep through. Already seeing our 2 specials come out from either team, and a cooler from Noob intersection. Oh!
Saved with a hair's breadth.
Hammers can always be very unpredictable like that. You never know what the hitbox is going to be doing.
No, you do not.
But Chocolate Cookie have a really good kind of position here in mid, but Noob intersection are fighting for that mid with the strikes and the hammer, looking for that player that's disappeared into that pit there. Unable to find them, going down to the person up on top right. But in seconds, we've seen the landscape change of this game, Cookie forced back onto their plat, really feeling the pressure from this tent as well. Woo, that was an interesting kill down there on the side from the pencil. Nice job. We love to see it.
Absolutely. Now, the pencil is up on the Greats. They are in a really good position, and they have a power clam to their name. But with people coming at them from all three angles, that is certainly going to stop. But the double splat with the hammer. Can they make that a third? They can get the basket in, but they cannot get the third splat there. But can Neko get a power clam in? No, they cannot.
No.
Mass stops them with just a few meters from the basket, only allowing them to get one extra clam on in, which gives Double Chunk Cookies a lot of opportunity still to get that counter push going. Noob intersection, like 77 still, it's a push, don't get me wrong, but is it really a good push? We'll have to see how that goes later in the game.
Yeah, I think they kind of failed there with, they had strikes out, and no one kind of capitalized on those strikes on the plat from what I could see. Two or three of their members were up on those grates, and with that person flanking behind them, they just weren't able to get it. But as we look now, you know, specials are coming back. That hammer.
The hammer.
Oh.
Slam down and slam out the opponents back on into the spawn pad is what they love on doing. But Minty as well with the blaster, just constantly being able to provide that extra little bit of damage to get the splat. They get the direct onto Addict. Can they connect the second? Yes, they can. But can Yaga also go there? They know they are. They are holding that power clam. But are they going to be able to deliver? They're trying to continue it. Two players are down on Double Chunk Cookie as Swagger opts to wisely backed out. But Noob intersection just trying to hold on to those power clams, trying to keep them alive. One of them does go down, but Addict does manage to hold on to control of one of them.
Yeah, well, keeping the power clams in play is beneficial in one way because you get passive special charge from it. So it is useful having your power clams kind of floating around, but it does give out your position. So for, you know, both teams are running Inkjet and Zucker. It's very easy for them to... Oh, no!
Suction!
Just missing! Oh, now all of Noob intersection trying to feed for that little... that push there and going wipeout, which gives free run for Cookie to move in, but they do not have a power climb between them at the moment. They need to climb economize, and they ran in too quickly. They should have just held it there. That was very unfortunate.
They didn't have enough clams at the moment of that wipeout, and then they just were like, no, we're gonna push on hard. And Noob intersection, they just went straight home on their plat and just yeah, they're not allowing them to get anywhere through. And now we're seeing that mid has gone back into a bit of a neutral field at the moment, as neither team really is setting dominance. But Noob intersection, they've now seemed to got that bit more of control, looking at getting the spat. Tri-strikes coming out from both teams there. Tactical are also coming out from Noob intersection as 40 seconds are left on to the clock. If Double Chunk Chocolate Cookie can even just get a power clam and then just 2 clams, that is the lead. So it's not very much for Noob intersection to hold on to, but they're looking at maybe to try to get another push, and they haven't got long to do so.
Yeah, but here Noob intersection have a really great position. All of Cookie are stuck in their base, except for Mass, who's unfortunately going down. You know, you see the tri-strikes call them out. Cookie going through. That's 3 down. It's just the 10. They're able to get the push. All they need is 2, and they've taken the lead here. A feat from Cookie that I honestly wasn't expecting there. I really felt like Noob intersection were going to hold, but unfortunately just made a little bit of poor decisions, I think. That was within, what, 15 seconds that turned into Cookie's game, and they're our winners for this round. They've done it. They've secured the bag. They
have. They've secured the round. They've secured the whole entire tournament. Both of them, like, you know, going only 1 game down for their entire run here. They're going to be happy with that one. But now we got one more set for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to see Noob intersection against Never Back... Oh, no, we're not.
Down?
We're
never
not,
back down, never what?
I'm honestly now kind of disappointed in Never Back Down, Never What. They dropped out. I am disappointed. I am...
No!
What? You call yourselves never back down, never what. And then you drop out. I am like, okay, I'm for a bit of context, I'm a TO.
People go to sleep.
I know people have to sleep. But then they was never back down, never what. I am...
Yeah, but to be fair, I would be disheartened. They had the double DC, which can put a thought in the vibes. Comp I think is very much about morale and team synergy. And once you lose that, a couple of DCs, a couple losses, that can really throw you off, and you can just be like, you know what, it's not worth the time and energy. And I think some people, when they can make that decision, they're like, you know what, this isn't going to be good for us. And they can step back. That's fine. Unfortunately, for the rest of us, we don't get another little bit of a tourney, but good on Cookie Crumble. Oh, chocolate cookie, double chocolate cookie. Oh, I can't.
That's no problem at all. But thanks. Thanks everyone for watching the set, plural. It was awesome to have you guys come on down and just watch Blue Rumble. Make sure to enjoy your Easter, though. Collect that chocolate as much as I personally don't actually like chocolate. Enjoy it.
Whoa.
I'll enjoy it
Boomer
for me.
alert, am I right?
Ah!
I don't like chocolate.
What does that have to do with being a boomer?
We've got the facts here.
No, get it away!
All young people enjoy chocolate, and old people don't enjoy chocolate.
Okay. I enjoy white chocolate,
non-sweet.
though.
That sounds like something a boomer would say.
What?
Can we get some boomer alerts in chat, please?
You want me to mute you right now?
Hey, I'm just bringing the people the truth, Anyway, thank you everyone for watching Blue Ring Rumble. Remember, if you've never played comp before, grab some friends, join up. Any comp is great, especially Blue Ring Rumble. OCE for the win. Let's go.
Absolutely.
But comp isn't a scary thing. Bring some friends, join the Discord, look for a sub position. Anyone can play, all levels, and it's just a good time. It's a great environment to be in.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of a throw. If you guys are interested in watching a whole bunch of creators battle out in a tournament, we've got that coming up next week on Off the Dial. That's the one I run. That's not Dapple. I'm sorry. I run it. I control where it goes. That will.
Oh my god!
Be
I can't
next
believe
week.
you're.
I can do it.
A little highlight of creators. Who have we got in your
well, I can't because I've not got the full list. I don't have the full list yet. No, because I can't say anything until I know we have the full. I'm gonna say it's going to be 24 creators. I can tell you that much.
Ayo.
That's what it is looking at. I'm hoping it may be getting more. We're seeing. I'm poking holes. I'm poking people.
Holes.
But we'll have to see. Tune in. That'll be next week, Sunday. Well, it's not going to start at a great time for Aussie, 6 a.m.
Yep. Smile.
Yep. But
where can we find that tournament information?
Well, you can find that just by searching Off the Dial on Google. It's very easy.
And where can we find you?
You can find me at you can find me on Twitch at DJam98, Twitter on DJam987.